Hello and welcome to a brand new season of NASCAR Heat Evolution. We're here for season number 7. That is right, we're here for a brand new season. And as you guys know, if you didn't know, we did win the championship on Tuesday for season number 6. So you're here for season number 7, and it is time to begin a brand new season. Now, we came off of winning championship number 3, as you see up there. There's 3 there now, so we go to 7, so we can try to make it 4 for 7 in this season. Now, as with the last time that we had our best season, which we had season 3, we then went to season 4 and had our worst season. So I'm hoping that we can continue the momentum this time. And after coming off of what was now our best season with 16 wins, 12 regular season wins, and 4 chase wins, hopefully we can come out here and get close to that record. I don't care if it's the 3rd best season. I just don't want to go back to winning 5 races in a season. So, I do want to also address that, as in the last episode, because I record games and series, so I just recorded the last episode. So as I said in the last episode, though, is that it is raining outside, it is windy, and it is thundering. So, you might hear that in the background. Nothing I can do about it, especially with the wind and the rain. It's right there, because this is the window. And nothing I can do about thunder, because I can't. So, time to head to... So here we go. As usual, I don't qualify at the super speedways, because I don't really need to. It's not that big of a deal. So here we go, though. We are heading to race at Daytona. And it's really weird coming from a black car racing to driving now a white car. I'm like, damn, my car color, like, entirely reversed itself. But it's our 3rd Ford season. And after 3 seasons driving Chevy, now we're here in our 3rd season driving the Ford, which has been 3 in a row, along with the Chevys, we're 3 in a row. Broken up by one Toyota season, sorry. And I want to come out here and see which manufacturer's been better for us to race. Have we done better with the Fords over the 3 seasons, or have we done better with the Chevys over those 3 seasons? Both of them had, at their times, the record-breaking season. Season 3 and Season 6 were the record-breaking seasons. And hopefully we can find out if Ford or Chevy is better for this series. I know which one as a brand I like better, but I don't know which one's better in the game. Oh no. So I do want to tell you guys a quick thing. Racing with Clint Boyer here is interesting. This is definitely something that I didn't think that I would do in a NASCAR series. I never liked Clint Boyer. Until this season, now that he's with Stewart-Haas, I really, I was starting to like him a lot more. I don't know, I feel like I like him more, and I think being part of Stewart-Haas definitely helps, because I've always liked Stewart-Haas as a team. Because at the time when Tony Stewart went to the team, and obviously became part owner of the team, it was really cool because Tony Stewart was my favorite driver at the time when he did that. And then I stopped watching NASCAR for a couple years, and that's when I came back and liked Kevin Harvick. So that was the thing. I really stopped watching in like 2011, I believe it was. And Tony Stewart won the championship that year. And then I came back to watching NASCAR, and then I liked Kevin Harvick. And he won the championship the year I started liking him. So, I mean, I always liked Kevin Harvick, but it was like, I liked him as my favorite driver. Because there's pictures of me next to his 29 car, I think in 2001, when he started driving the car that season. And I got some old cans of beans in my studio. That was Kevin Harvick on it from a long time ago. I wouldn't want to open the can, but I got the beans up there on my shelf, up there actually on top of my desk. It's pretty cool. But anyways, getting back on this, so I didn't really like Clint Boyer that much. But when he went to Stuart Haas, I really started liking him then. Like, even when they announced him, like, really Clint Bowyer, but I feel like I like Clint Bowyer now. And I like all the drivers on the team to win. Obviously, if I'd be like, oh, wow, what Stuart Haas driver do I want to win? Of course, it's Kevin Harvick. But, you know, to see all the Stuart Haas drivers do good, or 3 of the Stuart Haas drivers do good, what's the thing? You know, so I like all the Stuart Haas drivers. Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Clint Bowyer, Danica Patrick. I like all of them. I just like the team in general, so that's pretty cool. But it's pretty cool to come out here and drive these Stuart Haas cars as Fords instead of all the Chevys. I like Ford as a brand better, and it's cool to do that with the 2017 update. Holy shit, that's loud. I hope that we doesn't lose the power, because then I'd have to do this. Here's what I'm gonna say to you guys. If you're watching this, I didn't lose the power. If I did, then I won't upload this video. Because I'll have to redo the race, and yeah, I just don't want to do that. They didn't go to pit road. That surprised me because at Talladega, I know they do. So there's 8 laps to go and 5 on fuel, huh? Interesting. We have driven our way to the front from last place. Here is Clint Bowyer. First time I've ever raced as Clint Bowyer, I believe, in a NASCAR video game right here. So that'd be pretty cool to come out and win at them for the first time. And also potentially grab win at number 62. And I do believe every season that we've won the Daytona 500, I believe we went on to win the championship. That might be a fact or might be fake news. Probably is fake news. I think I probably won in like season 4 or something. No, it's season 5. Might have won here. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that there's 4 laps of fuel. I'm thinking this time, go down pit road, fuel up, and get out. And I like to come out here and win the first 2 races of the season because it just gives us a good momentum. Plus, who doesn't like winning the 500? Come on. Who doesn't want to win the 500? Now, here's the thing. I pit early than most of the other cars did. But it's not really going to matter. It's going to cycle through. Okay. Not sure where the fuel man was. There was a caution right as I went down pit road. Okay. But good thing we didn't lose a lap and everybody had to pit or something. I don't even know what's happening. I am in first, right? Yes. Liz. Okay. The game didn't glitch out and put me in the lead, and I'm really like a lap down and 18th. Because I know it did that one other time. I think it was a couple seasons ago. At one track, I put me a lap down and some bullshit. I don't like this, though. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do not like the position that I'm in. Okay, if we let Johnson get by here, or if we can pull back by him and pull back around in front of him. Ooh. See, that's the thing. We didn't lose a lot of ground there. And our car is picking up on the back straight. See, I was gonna pull him behind him if I had to, but came out here, and now the car picked up its speed, and we're out here to try to get win number 1 of season number 7. I also hope you guys like the thumbnail for this video. I try to pick a picture of the car that I think is cool. For last season we had the 500 one, so that's pretty cool to have the 500 celebration, burnout, holding the checker flag. I'm not sure what track the picture's from. It might be Talladega, or not Talladega, Daytona. I don't remember. I know the other one was the Kevin Harvick one that we didn't use for that many episodes was a one from testing at Phoenix. Not Phoenix, Pocono. Or was Phoenix? I don't know. It's too much. Anyways, on to race number 2 after getting our first win of the season. Can we go 2 for 2? Okay, so here we go. We qualified 20th for today's race at Atlanta. Was it 20th? Yeah. The field just shifted. I do want to point out a couple things. First of all, when I went in to change some settings from from the end of last season at Homestead, I did practice just because, not practice, yeah, I did practice, just because I wanted to be ready to race that track. So I did a 5-minute practice before we started, so I had to get rid of practice. So I don't have to go through that menu and start of this. And I also got rid of the stage qualifying, which I had only tried for that race, but I forgot to get rid of it for Daytona. And it's too tedious. Like it's really cool, and I like it better than the qualifying just going out and you do your one qualifying lap. But for this series, it's a lot easier for me to go out, do one lap, and be done, instead of having to go into the settings and be like, am I really sure that this is my best time? Because I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes, because then I have to edit out a 20-minute clip where I can just edit out 4 minutes, you know? Maybe 4 minutes, because I have to go through loading screens. But it's just a lot easier for me in that. Plus, I don't really have interest to do a big qualifying session for such a short race. That the race is going to take less time than qualifying. Like, that's not fun. Now, if I'm going to do a full-length race, I might just do it to get the whole experience, but in general, don't really care. The other thing that I want to point out is that damage has changed starting in this race, because I changed the settings after Daytona, and that now everything, there's full damage. So I don't know what full damage entirely consists of, but I'm assuming, well, it says more than visual damage, so I'm assuming if you get into a big-ass wreck, it will do more damage than normal. Obviously, no, it was light damage. It doesn't say visual. Light damage. So light damage, you know, your engine gets damaged a little bit, and your whatever else can get damaged. So this here is all fixable by going down pit road. But now, there's a lot more that your car can get damaged by big wrecks, I'm assuming. So if you go flying headfirst into a wall, you could just destroy your engine and be done for the race. I'm assuming that's how it's going to work. Well, we'll probably find out. We'll have a race at some point that we're going to have a big-ass crash, and I'll be like, well, shit. And I'll probably get a DNF. But that'll probably be one of those tracks that I slam on the wall like Bristol. My car will probably just be annihilated. But either way, we have a race to go win here at Atlanta. Our teammates in front of us, Kurt Busch. And we have to come out here and beat Kurt Busch. What if whatever car you race, that's the car you have to race against the next season? Like, say since I raced Kurt Busch in last season, what if he becomes like the dominant car every one of those tracks and you gotta beat what you did last time? Pushes you to get better, I guess. Not necessarily what it is, because Kurt Busch in the games that was programmed to do good at Atlanta. But I'm just saying that would be kind of wild. There's only 8 laps left out here, and I can definitely notice it tire wear-wise. We're having some issues. Already. So that's spicy, I guess. So we're gonna right now work on catching up to Kurt Busch. Draft on him a little bit. Draft him, come on. Come on, let me catch up and pass you. It's only been a couple laps since I actually started realizing this. That we're making gains, because it was lap 7 when I talked about it being the leader, and now we're on lap 10 right here. Oh, here we go. Dive to the inside. Dive to the inside. There we go. Kurt Busch goes up the track. Put the block on him. That is how you do it right there. What the hell? Well, we definitely took the lead. Oh, that was from our slam into him at the line. He was able to get ahead of us after, but his car lost all control heading into the corner. Our car is turning great. We just went full speed to that corner without letting up the gas. This time we're going to have to, though. But we didn't even go that far up the track or lose that much miles per hour. No, we didn't lose that much speed. So we're going to have to pit this time by.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
Okay. Yeah, tire wear is becoming an issue. Actually, where does it say 1 lap? Okay, right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to pit this time by. I didn't want to. That really messed up my pit entrance. So my car slid up because it's so bad on tires. Oh my god, I didn't want to have to pit. But I had to use up a lot of stuff to catch up to Busch there in the lead. Nice thing is, not much strategy is really going to play into this game, because all the leaders are going to have to take 4 tires. Everybody's going to have to take 4 tires. If you don't take 4 tires, you're really risking it out there, and you know they won't. Now, I had to pit there. I wanted to wait until this lap, but they didn't pit this lap either. So, I don't know. We didn't have a caution, did we? No. So, I'm not really sure, but we're down here in 39th. We should get our lap back and take the lead. In a moment. So Kurt Busch is still out on the track. He's the only driver that we're going to have to get by, right? Actually, here he is. If we can get by him right here, we will regain possession of the lead. But it looks like he's going to actually stay ahead of us here, which would make sense because he was in the lead when we went to pit road. He was the race leader. But we did manage to get back by him. Jimmy Johnson did lead that group down pit road. And we have passed all the drivers we have to pass, I believe, to take the lead here at Atlanta. We should. Kurt Busch was the leader, and we're by him. Jimmy Johnson was the leader, we're by him. Pit road cycled through. Those are the two drivers that led in these sequences. Here are two more cars that haven't pit yet, but we're going to actually get by them way before pit road, which is pretty good to get by both of those guys. Even before approaching pit road in any way, we're past two more cars. And here we go. 3 more right here, 4 more right here actually. 2 look like they're down pit road. And there we go, with 6 laps to go. We got 10 laps of fuel. Tires looking pretty good. Almost a second ahead of Kurt Busch. Feeling confident that we can come out here and win at what I say is my best track in the game. I love racing Atlanta. I really got interested in racing Atlanta in 2014 or 2015, I don't remember. But I really got interested in racing this track, and it really helped me get better at mile and a half, because I was trash at mile and a half in old games. Because I didn't really understand how to do the corners. My issue was that back in the old games, I kind of was trash at braking. So, all the short tracks I was good at because I was able to break the system with the brakes and go into the corners. But all the other tracks, I couldn't get a hang of the brakes. And I couldn't do the drafts at Daytona and Talladega. So Daytona, Talladega were also off the list. So anything that wasn't a short track, I couldn't do. Actually, if it was like 3 tracks, I could do NASCAR 2005. I was really good at Martinsville. I was really good at Bristol. I was really good at New Hampshire. I was also really good at the 2 road courses, Watkins Glen and Sonoma, which that game's old enough that it was Infineon. Fun fact. But both of those tracks I did pretty good at. But that was pretty much it, those 5. Richmond was okay. And actually one of their tracks they made in the game, like that weren't real, I did pretty good at too. I forgot what it was supposed to be. But I did really good at that. And they of course had a road course that they made up themselves in the game, which I was really good at as well. But besides that, nope. Not good at it. At all. Like these mile and a halves, I couldn't do it because the game I had auto brake on, which I realize now. So I probably do pretty good if I played that game these days at those tracks, but I had auto brake on and it started braking you like right here. Like it was really bad. So once I got to NASCAR 14, because I played NASCAR 2005 for a real long time. I got 2009 when my brother had the Xbox, but I didn't really play it that much. Xbox was in his room, so most of the time when he wasn't home, I played it. But it really wasn't until NASCAR 2014 that I started playing NASCAR games again. But again, I played 2005 up until like 2011, 2012 probably. So I was playing it for a long time. Actually, I have videos on this channel where I played it. Oh shit, I won Atlanta. Oh fuck. But I have videos where I did play those tracks. And I mean, it was pretty fun to play those ones. But, you know, I couldn't do these tracks because I couldn't auto brake. And then when I got to 2014, I couldn't auto brake anymore because I had the setting on. No, actually, the 2005 wasn't bad for auto brake. It was just the braking was so bad. Like it slowed it down too much. And then in 2014, you went to the corner and it braked where I showed you, like way back, like at the front straightaway. It was starting to brake there for the corner, so you couldn't get any speed. So I turned auto brake off and I learned how to do the tracks. I learned from watching the actual races. I watched Kevin Harvick on the bottom of the track, Kyle Larson run high in the track and the middle lanes. And I learned from watching both those races in 2014 to really figure out how to do these 1.5-mile tracks. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I would go over the standings, but it doesn't really matter. We got both wins. So, yeah. So with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.